سلام به همگی. امیدوارم صبح ظهر از شبتون بخیر هر جای دنیا که هستید. حالا یا لایو به ما میپیوندید یا ریپلی رو نگاه میکنید. امیدوارم که حالتون عالی باشه. من ساناز از شیکاگو. امروز یه مهمون ویژه دارم، خانم فیروزه از الی، که خواهش میکنم خودشون رو برامون معرفی کنم.
ساناز جان، من سلام عرض میکنم. با شما البته چند دقیقه صحبت کردیم قبل از اینکه شما زوم رو آن کنین و به دوستان عزیزی که دارن این لایو رو تماشا میکنن سپاسگزارم از محبتشون. و من مامان بزرگ هستم، بازنشسته هستم و یه دختر و یه نوام دارم. This is center of my life. short and sweet. و الانم در سادن کالیفرنیا زندگی میکنم که جای شما خالی، هوا بسیار عالیه. ساناز جان، شما تو شیکاگو هستین. از سرما حتما دائما 6 ماه در سال میلرزین، ولی ما اینجا همیشه با بیکینی و غیره. البته نه دیگه تو این سن من با بیکینی نه ولی قبلا همینطور و جوونا همه بسیار با شورت و بیکینی. الان من چند روز پیش رفتم دم بیچ یه قدمی بزنم، دیدم به 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 چه هوایی و چه منظره هایی. جای شما بسیار خالی بودش.
البته الان هم هوا همینجوری هست، خیلی هم خوب.
حال شما خب؟ خدا
آره الان هوا خوبه، حدودا مثلا 60-70 درجه است، ولی خب خوبه.
خب خدا رو شکر. پس شما هم میرین آفتاب میگیرین و اینا بالاخره.
آره ما هم بعضی وقت
خدا رو شکر. از جوونیتون استفاده بکنین.
آره اینجا دیگه تابستونش دیگه، یعنی هر چی سرما داریم ولی تابستونش هم پیاف میکنه، قشنگ خوش میگذره.
حتما با اون لیکی که اونجا دارین که چقدر زیباست، فوق العاده است. بله، بنده 3 تا کنفرانس شیکاگو سالهای پیش، مثلا 30 سال پیش برای کار اومدم اونجا. بله، که اون موقع خانم اوپرا تازه معروف شده بود و اونجا یه کنفرانسی بود. اکچولی یه دفعه برای اون آمدم و 2 دفعه برای چیز کاری بودش که آمدم شیکاگو. به هر حال جای بسیار زیبایی بود، حداقل خاطره من. آره فوق العاده.
فیروزه جون، میخواستم از دلایلتون برای انتخاب این بیزنس و چرا احساس کردین که این بیزنس گزینه خوبی هست، چرا شروع کردین، از دلایلتون برامون بگین.
من تا 3 ژانویه کار میکردم، هنوز فول تایم. و همون روز 3 ژانویه چند نفر در محیط کاری هی سرفه و عطسه و نمیدونم اینا و در صورتی که ماسک میپوشیدیم و مواظبت میکردیم و همه اینا و من اون روز احساس کردم که تب دارم و حال ندارم و اینا. گفتم ای داد بیداد، حتما کوویده. کووید نبود خوشبختانه، ولی برونکایتس بود که من تا حالا نگرفته بودم. اونم چقدر بد بود ساناز جان. خلاصه دیگه سرفه و عطسه و فلان اینا. بعد از 2 هفته ساناز دیدم دیگه I'm 74 and enough is enough. I have retired and I have to really retire. So there I go. I went home and I told the guys, I'm going to rest until I'm better. And of course, you test COVID all the time to make sure, you have it, you don't have it, you have it, you don't have it. It was a phenomenon. So after, that was over and done with, I just talked, to my organization and said, I really need to find something to do it from home. So I have to say goodbye to you guys. And, it was pleasure working with you, but this is it. I've had it. So everybody, they gave a party for me and and we said goodbye. I came home. Still, I had the backup of coughing and still stress on my chest and all that. So I was watching either television or reading a book because I'm a member of a book club, and getting into the social media and looking at Facebook, Instagram, things that my daughter does, my grandson, my friends, and all that, as usual. And suddenly I saw an ad. Sudabe Saberzadeh, I'm sure you know her. She was on one of the first tape I ever watched from. So I thought, let's see this lady, because her face was so smiling and so bright, and she was shining practically. So I went in there. So I wanted to just hear it for a minute or two. I ended up for 15 minutes. I don't exactly remember, 15 minutes, 20 minutes to the end. I listened to it. And then I said, that's really something new that I never heard before, and it's good to look into it. Then it went by, and of course, life, I forgot. And then a few weeks later, I saw another one, another thing. Nedajan was on that. I listened to that too. I thought, well, another 5 minutes probably is the same thing. But of course, it was a little bit different, so I was interested again to know, what is the opinion of another individual. Went to the end. And then I said, I have to do something. And then before I forget, 2 days later, Sudabe's post appeared on my feed, news feed.
Yes.
So there I went and looked at that, and I said, this is it. I have to go. I put my name down on Sudabe's post or ad, and put my email, and then of course that is the end of the story of looking at the ads, because I ended up talking to Sudabe, and the first issue that it came up was first, my reason was working from home, that was accomplished, through talking to her to make sure that that's the case. And the second thing was, she said, actually, I didn't ask that, but she said, many people, do you have any questions? Many people, they have questions like this is a hoax and she went on. I said, from a little bit that you talked to me right now, in last a minute or two, you talked about the social media platforms that you guys are serving, or you have the business relationship with. And I thought, Jesus, how does somebody like this can be hoax? Because I sometimes, not all the time, but I think most of the times, I've watched Mr. Zuckerberg defending Facebook on the Senate and all that, because I'm Washingtonian. I lived in Washington for 40 years. So I love politics, and, I watch politics as a news, and as a citizen of this country, I always like to know about how my country is run, and call the senators if there is an issue, sign the human rights papers and things to the United Nations, this kind of a thing. And so I thought that is, beside the point anymore. Nobody can talk to me with such a heavyweight, high-tech giants working, with this organization, and then thinking it's a hoax. Do they come from the back of the mountains or something? Mr. Zuckerberg is defending the whole organization. He's running this organization, or Google the same way, all over the world. I mean, this is no kidding. And then in front of, under their nose, here we are all hoax. And, you are cheating and trying to get people's money, and you are surviving on their platform. That's it. Nobody has to explain anything more to me. That was enough for me. So didn't ask any further question. Then I came and said, Sudabejan, let's just pursue the rest of it. And then, of course, she told me about the $149 that you can go in, because I started asking, what the nature of the business and so forth. She said, if you get $149, that will open up there are files and training things and so forth. It will open certain issues, for you. And then in 30 days, if you don't want it, you can let it go and they will refund your money immediately. And if you want to stay, then you stay. And so I said, okay, how can I pay? And then I went and paid. And then she said, okay, but then there is another part to this. I said, okay, what? And I knew no business can go on anywhere in the world nowadays without an investment. How can you? Do they have a charity? Are they running a charity organization? No, they're talking about business. So there must be something. And of course, I was expecting, like Amazon.com and other places, not that I experienced with them, but I heard, $100,000, I don't know how many $1,000 and whatever. And of course, I didn't have the money, to tell you the truth. So I said, okay, tell me about that. The killer reason, tell me about that. And then she said, yeah, and then when she said the amount, I said, what? Are you sure you haven't missed the zero in front of it? And she said, oh, no. She started laughing and she said, no, this is it, So I said, okay, still I don't have this, but let me see. I'll call my bank and I'll let you know. I went to the bank. In 2 hours, I came out with my checks.
Okay.
I came out and went to, and of course, instructed through the telephone at the branch, that this company is going to call you and please release this amount of money. And I authorize, such and such. So I came out of the bank, got home and called Sudabe and said, it's all done. The money is there and tell them pick it up. So that was the story of me getting in and going through the whole process. If somebody is watching right now, guys, this is the process, as simple as that. You just leave your email and your name. And actually in Sudabe's Zoom, I mentioned, the other day they came to change the toilet in the home, in my home. And the guy said, can I have your email and your name? And I suddenly started looking at him. I said, is there anything wrong? Because he was concerned now. Oh, she wants to break the deal or something. I said, no, young man, it's okay. It's just a certain familiarity. It reminded me.
Did you think that maybe he has his own online business or something?
Online business or something is a possibility. It was any possibility. I thought, God, it seems in these few weeks that I've been out of the market, this is the name of the game now. Could I have your email and your name, and we'll send you a webinar, or whatever. So anyway, that is as simple as that. Please leave your email and your name. And as simple as that, you will receive a webinar. Watch the webinar. I watched the webinar actually 3 times. And I tell you the truth, I somehow didn't like my own webinar. Now that I'm in here, there are some webinars, to my opinion, better than the other ones. But, you never know.
It changes each time.
Yeah. But mine was, sort of. But I've seen few webinars. They're really good. There are people that they have all kinds of excitement. I don't know. It's different. The energy of different people are different.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, but I'm sure they're all good. But so watch that, and then I told you $149. I went through all kinds of things, looked at them, and so forth. And I made 2 phone calls. Remember, I worked in Washington. I had 2 people calling 2 calls regarding 2 of the characters out there to make sure that they have the degrees and whatever they're claiming. And it was true. So I just said, this is it, I mean,
Yeah,
this is,
it's good
and
that you did your due diligence and then you
yeah,
started.
yeah. And it's very easy, anybody can, you call, in America, of course, in different countries, I'm sure it's going to be different. In America, there is a organization in Washington called Consumer Protection Agency.
Yeah.
And I still know a few people, because most of the people that are my age now, they're retired. But still, I know some younger people that they used to work, and they were, still working there, because they're around 50 or under 50 actually still. So they did the finding out, that's very easy. Any organization, I don't know, as I said, in other countries, of course, they can find out. And you find out, whether that person, is true. These guys, that if it's your coach is from Canada, they can contact Canada, and the same thing.
Yeah,
If
to
it's
make sure that they are legit and they are not
yeah,
scam or
yeah.
anything.
So you see, you be at peace with what you choose.
Yeah.
Because I don't think this organization, after I read the masterminds, because I'm a student of spirituality and integrity and all that stuff that a human being as a masters of creation should be. When I read those things, this organization really doesn't want to bother anybody, somebody that they really don't like to be here. Why
Right.
should they waste their life, with something that they don't want to do? But if you want to do something, if this can be part of your plan, it's a job. It can be done from home or anywhere in the world. You travel for summer to see your family, to see your friend. No, you want to go somewhere and just do the walking by the another beach beside the California beach, and and you just
As
want to
simple as
enjoy
that,
yourself.
right?
Yeah, so you take your laptop and you take your cell phone, and you just do your
Ready
business
to go.
from there.
Yeah.
And it's not that hard. The other thing is the benefits that this organization has.
Yeah,
Another,
let's just talk about benefits.
yeah,
What
yeah, yeah,
what benefits did you
yeah.
take? And yeah, let's
I
talk
mean, I
about.
found out. I'm sure you know probably better than I do, because I watched your Zooms with others. So I watched a lot of Zooms from you guys that you didn't know I'm watching.
Oh my goodness.
Not that it makes a difference, but it made a difference for me. I learned a lot, through listening to those
Thank
things.
you.
And so this way, I'm sure that anybody will get to the point that you find the main reason for yourself, that I have to be here. Like
Yeah.
many mothers, I've heard that their children was the most important thing,
Yeah.
and I don't blame them. If my child was young, I would have done the same thing,
Yeah, exactly.
you know
Because they usually need to put their kids in daycare, but
yeah,
when you have your own online business that you can do it almost anywhere, so you
yeah.
can simply stay at home with your children and do your work. Yeah.
Yeah, and enjoy your time, and of course, sometimes not enjoy your time and just tell them, shut up, go to the other room, be quiet. But
But
that is
still
the
you
way.
are there.
No, yeah, that is the way life is. If the mom doesn't say those things, you don't remember your moms. You know what I'm saying? I mean, how many times they spanked our butts, and, get out, go and change your clothing. You wet yourself again. I mean, that was mom. You
Yeah.
remember mom by those little things, and of course, larger
Yeah.
things.
Yeah. Those
So,
moments, bro.
yeah, there we go. So, I mean, this the benefits of this organization and the mastermind issue of it, the integrity of it, it's really, it takes a big plus from me. And
Yeah.
of course,
I think for me the main reason was having more time and more freedom, and of course more revenue.
mhm,
And then I came for these reasons, but at the end of the day I feel like that I'm gaining more of this.
mhm, mhm,
Each time that we have our Zoom meeting, I
uh-huh,
feel like that I am more motivated, more energetic, more joyful, and I go for new ideas. For I can be more creative. It's my own online business, so I can do whatever I want, wherever I want. So it's very good. And also, as I said, the community is very supportive, very helpful, and they are here for help you.
Yeah, no question about that. Because I mean, you put a question out on WhatsApp, and I think within once it was about 45 minutes. That was the longest, but usually between 5 to 10 minutes, somebody is out saying, I know, I've done this, or I call that person and I'm sure she knows this. Because even this is a great help. Why? Even though the person doesn't know it, but they know that you must be new and you don't know that, for example, Sanaz is good in this area. So you become gradually familiar with who is better than, certain than others regarding certain things. And this way, this is a knowledge. You know what I'm saying? You gain, and anytime you need help, you leave a message for the right person.
There is someone to help you. And we have different groups for different categories, so you never feel like that you are alone. There are 100, even 1,000 people available to help you.
It is.
And they are, aside from the community, we have a great training package that they teach us from A to Z, and they are video based, very easy to go through. And then there is a coach and a mentor to guide us for each and every steps that we're gonna take.
That's very true. But of course, someone like me, I keep reading it and then I close it at night, say my prayers, go to bed. In the morning, I get up and I look at my questions that I had. I say, what was that? But I go back, through repetition, I'm learning. I go through all over again. I say, got it. So I'm getting faster, at least in opening it and looking back. So you see, I'm trying to say it's easy. At least your teacher is still there, 24/7. All these things that Sanaz, you talked about, I talk about, and many others they come and talk about, they are readily available 24/7. Why? Because this is a global international company. You can't just sleep on a poor person that is in Australia because, she has a question. Somebody around this globe will be awake and answering or watching their business, what's going on, and they're going to respond. That's for sure. You know what I'm saying? So it might be 5 minutes, it might be 15 minutes, but it will be at their convenience. Immediately they will respond. That has been my experience. I mean, as simple as that. Or at least they will tell you who else you can talk or talk to. To get the answer.
So let me just ask you this question. There are a lot of people who are asking that, for instance, I have Instagram or Facebook, but I'm not very active in those platforms and I don't know how to start. I don't know what to do. What would you say to those kind of people? Because they say, okay, I'm not active. I don't know what to do. I'm concerned about it. And these kind of concerns that a lot of people, I'm sure they have. What would you say to such people?
Yeah. Well, you open the old wound.
Let's just talk about it.
When you work for the government, at least in United States, and there are certain jobs that if you go become part of social media, you have to constantly report, that who came, all the activity that's going on in the social media. And that is really inconvenient, sort of. But there again, it's a policy, it's a procedure that you have to go through. So for a long time, for almost 15 years that this social media, or 12 years this social media was open, I never went close to it. Why? Because I didn't like to go through, say what I did, what I ate, who came in, who went out, what is this message, what, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't. 4 years ago, after retirement, and I didn't have to answer, to anybody anything anymore. I just went to Facebook because everybody forced me practically. Oh, come on, you have book club, you have this, you have that, go in there. I mean, are you afraid of it? I said, no, it's just I'm living without it. I have no problem. They said, no, come on, we want to send you this, we want to send you the pictures, da, 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 da. So they practically, so I started sneakily going in and looking around, and seeing, what's going on. God, how do they do this? And, da, 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 da. And I didn't know a single darn thing, guys. The ones that you are saying you don't know anything about it. And of course, I'm sure you are younger and I was older even. Okay. So I went in and I called my grandson and I called my niece. They're both young and vibrant. And I said, please, whenever you have time, I have a couple of questions. I've done some of the work myself through reading all the instructions and procedures that are available. But, just to give me a helping hand, to do this. 3-4 weeks went around, and
No
nobody
response.
called me. Yeah, nobody called me. So I started saying that they don't give a damn about grandma anymore. Hey, what the hell? I said, what the hell? I'm going to read everything and I'm going to open my own. I
Yes.
opened my Facebook. I opened my Instagram. I opened my WhatsApp, all honest to God, all on my own. My family or everybody is listening. If you did any single thing for me, you just come out and say it. I did it all the way myself because I knew how to study. I knew how to learn.
Yeah,
That was
right.
something I knew. I didn't know Facebook. I didn't know. And I did it. And I knew sometimes some of my friends, they said, my God, you just came in. How did you learn to do this? It's the analytical part of you, because when you're a bureaucrat, you have to figure things out, sometimes. And I don't know, this is something naturally comes with the experience. So I went in there and I did it. And
Yeah, I
so
think.
when I came here, at least I knew this. If I didn't know anything else, I had my posts and, my
Yeah, I
Facebook.
think the beauty of this business is that you go for whatever you want and then learn it, and then you feel like that you are empowered, you are more strong, you are independent, you can do whatever you want to do, and there is no need to ask for grandson or niece, nephew, whatever. You can do whatever you want, and there
Mm.
are hundreds, thousands of people who can help you if you have any question or if you cannot do it on your own. So, I mean, when you can do it on your own, you feel like that you are stronger, empowered, and I think it's very great.
Yeah, it is. It is. Well, I don't want grandmas to be disappointed, that nobody cares. They do, but I'm telling you, our
But they have
generation,
their own business, yeah.
I know, honey. We had our own businesses, but we took care of aunt, we took care of mom and dad on our way coming home. Get
Yeah,
this
but
for
new
auntie.
generation is
No,
different.
the shop for auntie too. Okay, shop for auntie. We were a different
But they
generation.
are new generation.
I know the new generation. You have to do, because grandma used to go out of her way taking my grandson and his two friends on her own to the Disneyland, carrying camcorder on her back, carrying them on her back. They are asleep. One in the triple, what's it? Pram. That's a British word for it. Stroller. In the stroller, carry three of them together, make sure they're right, take them to the bathroom, and I did all that. So why? That wasn't part of my job. I could have said, no, well, we have to wait until mom and dad come. When their mom and dad said they don't have time, mom, you don't know, we don't have time. I said, okay, this child has to go to Disneyland. You understand? So there I got them and I took them to Disneyland. For example, these are
That's
just
the beauty of having grandma.
Yeah, no, and grandma was young. Grandma, when I had my grandson, I was only, he was born, I turned 40. So every time I took him to the park, everybody said, you have such a nice son. So I
Yeah.
looked young and I could have had a child at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I used to look at my daughter and say, yes, he's mine, And my Susan used to look and say, these are the routine things, and I don't mean our children, our grandchildren, whomever is out there, we love them and they love us, but we were somehow stronger. I don't know. I believe, how can one individual, now when I look back, go work, go to school, take care of, after this political change in Iran, mom and dad are older, children are there, brothers that are younger, take care of everybody. I can't even imagine how I did it. And not just me, so many others, they did it too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true, right?
So
yeah.
we were just somehow a tougher and stronger person. But I think the children of today, if they are not that great in doing everything, you know why? Whose fault it is? Our fault.
Exactly. Because you did sacrifice a lot and they don't know how to do it.
We did everything for them.
Yeah.
You see, we were a hippie generation. We thought, well, our mom didn't talk to me, our dad didn't kiss us, I know, we kissed them to death, we loved them to death, and we pay for everything. We went through hell and back in order to have them easy life.
Right.
And what happened? Now, if you need for Facebook, grandma has to do it on her own. That's okay. Yeah, whatever. Or sometimes I say, grandson, you can write just one line, in a text, at least once a month.
Yeah, drop a line to me, but they don't, right?
Yeah, they don't. I mean, it's just, grandma, I love you. That's it.
But I'm busy.
Never mind. It's okay, but we love them. My grandson has been center of my life.
For sure.
And I love Susan a lot, as she knows, but I love my grandson more than anybody else.
Susan, don't listen.
I mean that. From my mom, dad, everybody put on the side my grandson, because he's a good-natured, wonderful young man, or child he was. And I enjoyed my time tremendously with him. So grandmas should enjoy and take your time, and even younger people, you will learn it, because this is exciting. Getting into social media is hell, but it makes you excited. You will love it, and you just continue until you dig out and figure it out. You are not going to stop. So just
I think it changes your perspective also. You see things from different perspective, and it's so good, because sometimes we are just listening or seeing or watching someone else's post, but when you are going to create content, you need to see things from a different perspective. So I think it's more, you can be more creative. That's what I'm trying to say.
Right. Young lady, you just said it. I couldn't have said it better than you. So that's the way it is. That's the way it is.
Yeah, I 100% like it. That's what I always look. I was always looking for such an amazing opportunity like this, and I'm really grateful that right now I have this amazing. And I really recommend anyone who wants to change in their life to give it a shot. Just see if it's a good fit for you. If not, it's okay. You can refund your money. And if not, you wouldn't lose anything.
Yeah. No, no, no. It is really a great thing, as I said, for anybody to try, because if you do, you really have a different perspective of life, and you have a helping hand that it will make you happy. It might take few months until it starts bearing fruit. And I'm telling you, anybody that is listening, there are some people that they're young, and because of their working background, they've been lucky to work with computers and be, in that area, be good. They've done it in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that, guys? I mean, to go through the training and be top sellers in a month or two. I can't even believe that, you see, because it's possible.
Yeah.
But now I'm a grandma, I mean, and I slowed down. So I told them. And by the way, I wanted to mention that e-cruise that you guys got recently, because I told my coach, I said, listen, this grandma has to first manage the first part. I can't go to e-cruise because then I get all messed up and mix it up. But e-cruise, I've heard all kinds of good things about it. Do you know anything about it? The new?
Yeah, it's just about traveling. That you're gonna travel with a fraction of a cost, and then you're gonna receive. You're gonna pay a little. I mean, there is a little investment for it,
Mhm.
and then you pay just a little each month, and then for each and every step that you take. I mean, for each month you are paying a membership or subscription.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure what it's
Subscription.
called,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then for each of it you receive 2 times for
Mhm.
your travel, and then it is saved for your travel. You can take advantage of it, and then yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
And
then whenever you're gonna travel, I think you have 25% off
mm.
for
So
hotel
I
resorts.
heard that the investment is as low as $300. Actually, they've given a little bit
There
of
is
a.
different I think investment. You can choose whichever you want. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
if you want, you can just reach out to us and we can give you more information.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's good, because this is for perhaps most of the people that they like to travel.
Especially
And
after COVID, that no one could travel, it's
yeah,
a great opportunity. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It is. It is fantastic. So, I mean, having a good job, going on the trips for free. I mean, I don't know what else you can find, in the market as good as this.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
great.
really, it
So
is.
let's wrap up our conversation. I know
Yeah.
it's Saturday. You might have some plans, or anyone who's watching, they may have some plans.
Yeah.
So let's just wrap it up. So, guys, if you are looking to change your lifestyle, if you're looking to have more time, more freedom, just give it a shot, try it, and see if it's a good fit for you. You can always reach out to us, give your name and email address, and we'll give you more information. Thank you, Firuza John. If you have any
No,
last thing
thank
to
you,
say.
Sanaz. You honored me, by calling me, and for this, I thank you. And I say goodbye to each and everyone that put your precious time to listen to us. And hopefully, we'll see you soon, at least for trial. Give this business a chance. We are very happy with what we did. So let's share our happiness. Let's you try it as well. And if you decide to come, we'll be at your service until you get on your feet and you become like us
Yeah.
one of these days. Thank you
Okay.
so much,
Awesome.
Sanatan. God
Have a
bless
great
you.
rest of your
Okay,
day.
the same. You
Bye.
have a wonderful weekend.
You too. Bye.
Bye, honey. Take care.